What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to your aftermarket watch list for 9/17/2020. Before we begin, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, source any news or plays you have in the comments below. Now that you've done that, we can get started. So the first stock I want to go over is Play. I told you I was watching it and I thought it was a pretty underpriced stock, but they announced today that they might go into bankruptcy. Luckily, I was able to get out of my shares for no loss at all, but this thing got absolutely clapped today. There were some plays that was like 5 cents into like $50. I'm sure they're even crazier now towards the end of the day. There was this 14 that was literally 7 cents into $1.50. So Play went actually crazy today. I can't believe I didn't get a put in this. I was like so scared. I sold my shares, but for some reason I didn't get a put, even though I knew it was going to get clapped off the bankruptcy news, because stocks usually just get absolutely destroyed when there's bankruptcy news. So keep an eye on Play. It might be a decent buy the dip opportunity if they don't actually end up going bankrupt, but I'm kind of scared of this stock now, so I'm going to stay away from it. Maybe get some cheap puts if I get the opportunity to, but it looks like the premium is taken over, so this play is probably pretty much done for unless it starts going up. Some stocks that have been going crazy lately, DraftKings. DraftKings has just been going insane. The buy volume on DraftKings is just crazy right now. I think they had some sort of like NFL news or something. I'm really not positive, but that was a few days ago. I just completely forgot about this stock, and it's been on a tear lately, so keep an eye on that. I've really been interested in like Zillow and Redfin and all the real estate interest trusts, because a lot of these real estate related stocks have just been going crazy lately, especially Zillow. Zillow's been on an absolute tear, so be sure to keep your eye on those. Facebook got absolutely clapped today as well, but they had a nice little bounce back at the end of the day. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on this. A lot of people are saying this is the opportunity to buy to the dip on Facebook, but I'm not super sure. It kind of seemed like Facebook was leading the whole NASDAQ down, but that's just kind of what I saw at the beginning of the day. And then as we got into like later in the day, more of the tech stocks started following downwards, and then a lot of the chip makers had a pretty decent bounce, but Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, they really didn't do that great up until the end of the day. But all these stocks are still trading in a range, so maybe we could get some cheap yearlies or something if we get another leg down, or if they keep trading in this range and burn premium. But other than that, I'm just going to keep my eyes on these because there's still a ton of premium in these tech stocks. Zoom had a really good day as well. I was really impressed, especially with tech not doing so great. I'm going to keep my eye on Zoom, even though I already have a few long-term shares. This stock can just go insane. We could see 500 literally any day. It's almost like a Tesla, but it's not really as volatile. Amazon and Shopify had a pretty crap day at the beginning, but at the end of the day, they did bounce back, so I'm going to keep my eyes on these. I'm going to be more watching eBay, because eBay was absolutely destroyed today, but they ended up closing a little bit higher than what I was expecting. A lot of these stocks that were getting like super clapped had a decent recovery at the end of the day, like midday, but eBay has been standing out to me for a while because they've been getting destroyed like the past week, and they're at a really crucial level, as you can see. If we keep selling off here on eBay, that's really not good, but I personally think this is an awesome buy the dip opportunity. I don't really like the selling volume here, but we will have to see on eBay. I'm going to be keeping my eyes out on that. Watch the banks. Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan got destroyed today. That Wells Fargo put ended up hitting. I made like 20-30 bucks on that, so that was pretty decent. But I did play a Snapchat put this morning as well. I was hoping Snapchat would get clapped because Facebook was getting so destroyed, and it didn't really happen, so I ended up taking a little bit of a loss on that Snapchat put, but I didn't think it was worth holding because Snapchat has just been doing so well. There is a possibility that it could come down to the strike price I had, but I'm not really digging Snapchat for the downside. I really only like the weekly plays on Snapchat just because of how volatile they can get if you can get a cheap price before the move happens. I mentioned Snapchat in another video, but I actually played it this time, so it's fine. JP Morgan was doing a little bit better than Goldman Sachs throughout the day, but at the very end of the day, there was some news that one of their Forex traders was rigging the bids or something like that, and he's getting like 8 months in prison. And surprisingly, the stock did react to that. It was somewhere around right here. I think it was on this candle where there's a big wick right here. I think that was the news, but we still ended up having a nice little bounce on JP Morgan, so I'm sure that news won't really affect JP Morgan, but I'm still going to keep an eye on them because they also had that COVID outbreak news like a day or two ago. Airlines sold off a little bit today, but I'm still liking the airlines for the upside. I'm going to keep my eyes on these, especially Boeing. I got another share of this because I sold my plays. I didn't really just want to sit on cash, so I just threw another contract into Boeing. I think I got it for like 162 or something, so it was a good pickup right there. But I only bought one share, so it's not anything like crazy. I also bought some shares of Walgreens, which I'm not like a huge fan of this. I only bought like 10 shares. I like growth stocks more, but Walgreens is a pretty big lagger, and they're starting to get some insane green volume. So I was just like, whatever, I'll put like $500 into this, and if they go back up to the 40s, 50s, that'll be a really good play. And they have a nice dividend right now that they just increased. The trading fraternity pointed this one out for me, so shout out to Josh. He's the GOAT. I love you, Josh, if you're watching this, but you're probably not, but I still love you. And finally, keep an eye on GE. I was talking shit on this like a couple videos ago, but there was a few insane plays on this. Like this 650 right here, it was 6 cents into $58. And you could even have got the October $7 call that was like 5 cents into, oh no, it was 8 cents into $40. So GE is pretty crazy, but I think the premium's already there. But if we can see more upside on GE, I'm kind of interested on maybe playing a call for that. But the premiums have already hit on GE, so I'm going to be waiting on that for sure. And that is your aftermarket watch list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like on the video. Be sure to source some info down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.